couple of months ago, I reviewed Fantastic Four from 2005. Now, let's talk about the sequel to it, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews.
So, welcome, true believers and fellow YouTubers alike. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a review of the 2007 superhero sequel, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, released by Fox, and once again directed by Tim Story, who helmed this film's predecessor. The film brings back young Gruffud, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, and Michael Chiklis as the title characters, along with Julian McMahon as Victor Von Doom and Kerry Washington as Alicia, plus Andre Braugher, Bo Garrett, Doug Jones, and Lawrence Fishburne. Now, the plot follows our heroes and Dr. Doom as they confront and later ally with the Silver Surfer to save Earth from the mysterious entity known as Galactus. Now, the film did well in its first week, but it ultimately made a little less than its predecessor, resulting in a planned third film and a spin-off Silver Surfer film to be cancelled. Now, this is also the second Marvel flick to get a PG rating since Howard the Duck got it over 20 years ago. So anyway, let's get into the story, because I've only seen this a few times lesser than its predecessor. So anyway, a silver object enters Earth's atmosphere, radiating cosmic energy that creates massive molecular fluctuations and causes deep craters at locations across the Earth. The government approaches Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, to track the movements of the object. Reed, along with Sue Storm, prepare for their wedding. As the wedding begins, Reed's systems detect the phenomenon approaching NYC. The object destroys the sensors while the Fantastic Four protect the crowd. Sue's brother, Johnny, alias the Human Torch, pursues the object, discovering that it is a humanoid, a Silver Surfer. He confronts it, and he drags Johnny into the upper atmosphere, then drops him back toward Earth. Johnny manages to reactivate his powers and survives the fall, landing in a desert. Later, when his sister tries to comfort him, she touches his shoulders and their powers switch. He becomes invisible and she is set on fire. When they touch again, their powers revert, but leaves Sue in the buff outside in front of the public while they snap pictures of her. Yep. That happens again. Anyway, Reed's examination of Johnny reveals that exposure of the Surfer has set Johnny's molecular structure in flux, allowing him to switch powers with his teammates through physical contact. Tracing the cosmic energy of the Surfer, Reed discovers that a series of planets the Surfer visited previously had all been destroyed 8 days after, and that he has been creating deep artificial craters around the globe for some unknown purpose. Reed determines that the next crater will appear in London, and the team travels there. They arrive too late to stop the crater, and the Thames drains into it. Afterward, both Reed and Sue contemplate abandoning their lives as superheroes in order to provide a normal life to raise a family. The Surfer's movements around the globe bring him past Latveria, where the cosmic energy affects Victor Von Doom, freeing him from 2 years as a metal statue in the end, which happened to him in the end of the last movie. Doom is able to move again, but Scarred traces the Surfer to the Russell Glacier and makes him an offer to join forces. But when the Surfer rebuffs him, Doom attacks. The Surfer returns fire, blasting Doom through the ice, though the cosmic energy of the Surfer's blast heals Doom's body instead of killing him. Yes. Doom returns and leverages his experience into a deal with the U.S. military, who have the Fantastic Four work with him reluctantly. Deducing that the Surfer's board is the source of his power, Reed develops a pulse generator that will separate him from it. While Victor works on an unknown remote-like device, in the Black Forest, Sue is confronted by the Surfer, during which he reveals he is merely a servant to the destroyer of worlds and regrets the destruction he causes. The military opens fire on the Surfer, which distracts him and allows the Four to fire the pulse, separating the Surfer from his board. The military imprisons the Surfer in Siberia while they torture him for information. Sue uses her powers to sneak into his cell, because she's an invisible woman, where she learns his master is known on his home world as Galactus, a massive cloud-like cosmic entity which feeds on life-bearing planets to survive, and that the Surfer's board is a homing beacon leading Galactus to Earth. Yeah, now that's one of my negatives with the film. You probably know what Galactus looks like in the comic books and cartoons and what have you, because he's like a big, tall character, and boy, he is massive. Trust me. Now, I'm going to get to the ending, so you've got 5 seconds to stop this video. Please go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. Excuse me. Just in case you have not seen the movie. So, if you are ready, let us begin now. Okay, you've been warned. Doom, pursuing the power in the board, steals it from the compound using the wristpad device he created in secret to gain control of the board and its powers. Doom subdues several soldiers and kills General Hager and escapes to Shanghai. The Four rescue the Surfer and pursue Doom in their vehicle of transportation, the Fantastic Car, which that was one of the good aspects I liked. It was good to see that. Confronting him in Shanghai, during the battle, Sue is mortally wounded when Doom shoots a silver stake that penetrates her shield. With the Surfer powerless, Johnny absorbs the combined powers of the entire team in order to battle the cosmic energy-powered Doom. Johnny succeeds in breaking Doom's control of the Surfer's board, while Bane Grimm, alias The Thing, uses a nearby crane to knock Doom into the harbor. However, Galactus has already arrived, and Sue dies in Reed's arms. The Surfer regains the control of his board, and his power is restored, which he uses to revive Sue and to defend Earth, flying into Galactus with help from Johnny. The conflict results in a massive blast of energy engulfing Galactus in a cosmic rift, destroying it and seemingly the Surfer as well. Shortly after the events in Shanghai, Reed and Sue are getting married in Japan, only to be interrupted yet again by an alert that Venice is sinking into the sea. To Reed's delight, she has the wedding finished quickly before they race off to save the sea, using the Fantastic Car to draw a number 4 in the sky above. Now that's the end, but there's a mid-credit scene, a shot of the Silver Surfer showing his seemingly lifeless body floating through space, until his eyes open and his board races back towards him. Yes, and that's it. Enough said. So what did I think of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer? Well, despite I've seen it lesser times than its predecessor, I think it's good in some ways. It's not quite as good as its predecessor, but it does its extreme best. I mean, I like the performances we got from everybody. Now, Doug Jones plays the Silver Surfer, and of course, he's the guy best known for playing Abe Sapien in the 2 Hellboy movies. And while Lawrence Fishburne provides the voice of him. Anyway, now, I will say that rest of the cast isn't too bad, but even so, this does have some pretty good fun moments in my view. I do remember one scene where Ben and Johnny's powers get switched. Johnny's really shocked to see that he's just now a big rock pile, and Ben can now control fire. Oh well, that was pretty funny. But anyway, the story isn't too bad in ways. But anyway, just some critics just felt it a little mixed and what have you. Anyway, this came out the same year Spider-Man 3 did, so. But anyway, would I recommend Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer? Well, I'd say sure, go ahead, give it a try. I mean, now it may not be on Disney Plus yet. I mean, even though the original one's on there, and that lackluster disappointment of a 2015 reboot's on there, well, you know that story. I was going to review that, but I said nope. I decided to scratch it off at the last minute from my schedule. So anyway, yeah, give Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer one shot, and if you like it, good. I probably would recommend that. I mean, because that in a way, because if you are a completionist, if you want to continue the story from the first one, then go for it. So, what did you think of Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer? Please feel free to tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now, join me again next time when I bring to you some more superhero fun. Because next up will be the X-Men spin-offs, as I will finally get back with the X-Men and talk about X-Men Origins Wolverine. I might have some other stuff coming up, but of course one of them is the Saturday morning TV log of Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles. But anyway, thanks for watching my review of Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. If you like this video, see these other Marvel vids in the upper left-hand corner is my review of Fantastic Four from 2005. The upper right-hand corner is my recent review of Elektra, which has already blown up like crazy. It's already done better than my Daredevil review. And as a bonus, the bottom left-hand corner is my recent Saturday morning TV log of the original Spider-Man cartoon from 1967. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya and Excelsior!